we're doing productivity. Productivity. So what does it mean to be productive? You guys know that I am extremely productive. I make tons of content, and I run a business, and I work, and I do music and painting and art, and it goes on, right? And it's like, how am I this productive? I have not always been this productive, you guys. I used to just go to work. That's actually all I did. And I just wished that I could be more productive. I just was like, I was so jealous of everybody doing things. I thought, how can I do things? And I talked to my friend who was so productive. He was working full time. He knew Chinese. He was an engineer. He was making custom amps in his spare time, smoking weed, watching TV. I didn't understand how he was like doing all this stuff. He was making a custom pinball machine that he was building from scratch. I was like, how are you doing all this? And he just told me, he said, I just started one day. He's like, I used to feel like you do now, and I just started one day. And you know what? That is the best advice that anyone's ever given me about productivity, about creating. You just start, and then you just have to not worry so much. So that's a part of it. But we're going to go deeper than that. And we're going to talk about the word productivity and what it means in our society, and why it's a word that we feel so attached to, and why it's such a powerful concept. Because capitalism assumes that in order, and it's great that you brought up homeless people, because this is going to tie right into it. Capitalism, hi Meatball, you want to be on Cam Church? Come on up here. Don't scratch me, please. Come on. Capitalism, which is the way that we have our world set up right now, is, buying and selling products and then having money as the bottom line. Come on. Are you coming up here? Okay. He'll come up here in a minute, and it'll be very disruptive. You have a lot you want to do, but before you reach your goals, it's hard to figure out what to do each day because you're not where you want to be yet. Hi, Meatball. Hi. You just want to hug me? Okay. Yes. Thank you. Yep. Okay. Thank you. You're as close as you can be to me. Thank you. Okay. Yes. Okay, so capitalism assumes that every person has to be productive, and that is their value. Newsflash, you are valuable without productivity. If you laid on the ground and did nothing, you would still be a productive member of society, because you offer a unique experience, a unique perspective, a unique compassion, a unique experience to this reality and to society as a whole. Diversity is what makes things flourish. So when you have a garden and you plant different types of plants, they all feed off of each other, and they all go into this healthy way of being. When you have, thank you. Okay. All right. Disengage. Okay. When you have a field of the same plant, like we tend to do in big agriculture, then that plant is more susceptible to disease. It's more susceptible to bad things happening. But the truth is that diversity is actually the key to health. And that's true in economic climates. That's true in agricultural climates. That's true in your personal spirit and in your life. Routine is important, of course, but diversity is truly the key to health. And so capitalism assumes that every member of society has to be extremely productive and creating their own way through their productivity in very specific means, working for other people, or somehow creating a business within very specific parameters of what it means to buy and sell products, and working within this economic framework of having money as the bottom line and as the end goal. Money is not a real thing, which is where a lot of our issues come from. Money is not actually real. We make it real through our belief, but it's inherently meaningless itself. Without our belief that money is valuable, it has no value other than the fact that it's either numbers or just pieces of paper. Yes, Meatball, you are here with me. We are here together. You are as close to me as I would like you to be. We're very close. He's been like this all day, all night. He's just sleeping on my head like that. He's just like, I love you too. Thank you. You are a productive member of society because you offer me love. So much love. We don't think of our cats and our dogs as freeloaders, right? So why do we take care of a dog and a homeless dog? Like we have all these videos. This dog was starving. He needs a new owner. And then we've got humans who are in the same situation and we're like, yeah, he needs to get a job. But some humans are incapable of fitting into the same framework of working as due to disabilities, due to mental disabilities, due to any kind of disorders. Some humans are incapable of working within the framework of society as we have it set up. We need to expand our understanding of what that means, and we need to have compassion for one another. Meatball, for God's sake. Okay. Productivity is amazing, and you can be more productive, and we're going to get to more tips on how to be productive. But before we get to that, I want to ask you, why do you want to be productive? Is it because you want societal success? Is it because you want money? Is it because you want posthumous fame? Is it because you want to be recognized in a social way? Understand the underlying desire that you have for being productive. Are you afraid that time is running out? Are you afraid that you're wasting your time? Are you afraid that you're directionless? These things are imaginary concepts that we put ourselves through. You are always on the right path. Always. If you're in a place you don't like, then that's your starting place for getting to a place you do like. But you're not ever going to leave the path that you're on. That's your path. I'm a little bit allergic to meatball. I have to go blow my nose. Give me 1 second and think about why you want to be productive. Think about what that means to you. Okay. Can you send love to that part of yourself? You want to be more productive to help the world. That's a great reason. And I think that's awesome. And I will give you tips on how to do that and how to be that. What would hurt if these people were to give them 25 cents so they can drink and eat something? They're old and rich. Usually don't care in my city, and I always talk to them or donate. Yeah. We need to have larger infrastructure for homeless people. Rather than just giving 25 cents. I don't know what I would do with 25 cents. Not much, but it's nice that I'm sure every little bit counts. But we need to have a lot. Like it's important that we each have these understandings and have these outreach. But what we need is a larger infrastructural change where we have better care of our homeless people. I don't know what that means. Feel guilty depending on your grandparents, but you are physically disabled. Yeah, and I think that that's something that like we need to address as a larger society. You know, like your grandparents shouldn't. It's wonderful that you have that your grandparents to back you up and to be able to support you. But then we need to if everyone gave 25 cents, that's true. Again, Rain, we need to have these larger infrastructures that can take care of you. You should be not necessarily being needed to be supported by your loved ones. Society should take care of you. Larger society should, and that's just like a shift in our larger consciousness that needs to take place because we have these corporations kind of running things right now, and all they care about is greed. That's a different topic. But we can do our part, and one of the parts that we can do is to be the best selves that we can be. So if you're worried specifically that time is running out, know that time is relative. We actually have as much time as we need, and the more you can affirm that within yourself, if you are afraid that time is running out, the more you actually will be productive. It's a lot of these opposing things. You think, if I put love into my darker side of myself, it's going to make that darker side grow into something bigger, but it's not. It's actually going to heal it. And it's the same with this fear of time. If you have a fear that time's running out, the time actually will run out faster. But if you're just saying, you know what, I have all the time in the world, and then you're going to feel free to get the things done that you need to get done without stressing about it. And when you're not stressing about it, you're actually going to have a lot more time to get things done. So let's get to the specifics of how to be more productive. One of my productivity hacks is lists. Pretty much every successful person in the world has made lists. Make lists. You can prioritize them if you want. You can do short-term, long-term, medium-term goals. You can do high priority, low priority. I keep lists and lists and lists and lists and lists. And one of the tricks that I always do is I write something that I'm about to do on the list so that I can feel the confidence of checking it off, so I don't feel overwhelmed. Or even I'll write down something that I've already done just recently. Here's my list right now. I've actually made a calendar for myself, and I have these tasks to do each day. Today I have cam church, clean part of my room, do some inventory, and coat some screens. So I set really high goals for myself, and I put a lot of things on my list, but if I don't get to something, I'm not going to feel super guilty about it. I'll just move it on down the list. And that way, when I'm just like floundering, I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing, I can just look at my list and I can choose what I want to do. Lists are really, 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 really important. The other part of it, like I was saying before, is just to start doing it. Why are you not doing it? Is it because you feel like you don't have time? Is it because you feel like you don't know how? Give yourself the affirmation. I have enough time to do this. I can figure anything out. Figure out what your fear is and stop that fear with an affirmation of a higher understanding and a higher way of being. Unicole's teaching about love helps me heal my physical pain, and mentioned Louise Hay, which helped too. Louise Hay has a lot of good resources for physical pain and how to deal with the body in regards to the emotional state. So really, the only reason why you're not being productive is because either A, you are being really productive and you're not recognizing it, or B, you need to just get started and stop worrying and let go of all the fears that you have surrounding it. And the third most important thing to recognize with regards to productivity, which a lot of people disregard, is the downtime. You need self-care. You need to have a regular sleeping schedule. And you need to take care of yourself, and you can do these things. You can go to bed at a reasonable hour every day, and you can take long self-love sessions. You can take as much time as you need to love yourself. When that downtime turns into loathing, that's when you get up, you say, okay, I'm ready to do something different. Instead of wallowing, then you can do something different. But if you're only feeling upset and you feel like you don't deserve to watch a TV show or chill out or sleep or lay on the bed and not do anything, stop, because it is proven that that is a cycle of productivity. We cannot disregard resting and self-care with regards to productivity. It is productive to have time to rejuvenate. It is productive to go on a walk. It is productive. Have you noticed that when you're taking a shower, you'll have a good idea? Or when you're resting, you have a good idea? Or when you're on a walk, you have a good idea about something that you're working on or something that you're doing? That's because when we're resting, our brain is doing work that we couldn't do if we were focused on it. The book by Jonah Lehrer, what is that book called? Imagination, Jonah Lehrer. Let's see what Google thinks about me. Imagine How Creativity Works by Jonah Lehrer. That book is amazing, and it's been really discredited, and like a lot of people are really upset with it because he made up a quote. But the advice in that book is really good, which is that productivity and innovation does not come from sitting at a desk 24 hours a day just trying and trying and trying to come up with good ideas. That's a part of it, but the other part of it is relaxing, taking walks, taking a bath, having dinner with somebody, enjoying your life. That is productive. Being happy is productive. Do what you love. Do what makes you fulfilled, and look deep inside yourself and look deep into what makes you truly happy, and then you can be productive and focus on those things. What kinds of things do you lose yourself into? Are you forcing yourself to be productive with things that you don't even like to do? Sometimes that's necessary, and sometimes it's painful to start being productive in things that we haven't learned how to do yet. But let go of your pain, let go of your fear, and if it's something that your heart isn't resonating with and you don't actually have to do it in order to progress, don't do it. I mean, if you're building a resume and you're going to get a job doing something you love and you don't want to build the resume, well, put that on your list. You can take care of that. But if you're trying to apply to jobs that you don't actually even want to do, stop. If you're working at a place you don't want to work at, if you're creating in a medium you don't actually like, if you don't, do what you want to do, and that will also help you be productive. Let's see what we've got here. In psychology class, we talked about how our brains work out solutions while we rest. That is why we get the moments of random clarity. It's true. It happens in our sleep, it happens in our rest, it happens in meditative states, and it happens in relaxed leisure times. The brain is amazing, and it wants you to be able to rest and relax. And yes, thank you for the compliment on the wig. I've been brushing it, but it's getting, I think it's on its way out. I'm giving it as much love as I can. And I'm just starting to take care of my real hair to the point where I can confidently, I mean, it's not that my real hair isn't amazing, but it doesn't have like incredible curls, you know? But my real hair looks almost like this, so. Could you maybe speak about dreams? I don't know what you mean, like sleeping dreams or waking dreams? Here's our angel candle. I'm going to blow it out for now. Thank you, Angel, for your service. I want you guys to know that there is a long lag on this, so. What's your definition of productivity? Maybe we are forgetting priority. Productivity, in my opinion, is doing what, getting things done that you want to get done. And talk about sleeping dreams. I don't know how much they have to do with productivity, but we can talk about those another day, perhaps. Jeremy Garner is a dream realm magician. He does intuitive readings, and he can also talk to you about your dreams. Check out outsideTimeAndSpace.com/services, and you can see more from him about that. Atlantis, you guys, will be coming out relatively soon. I've got a few collaborations that I'm working with right now that I'm waiting on a few people to get their music back to me so that I can finish editing it and then release it. And other than that, I just want to say thank you guys for all of your support and all of your love and donations. And remember, if you donate via YouTube on the little I, wherever it is, in this corner or this corner, then I won't be able to see your name and I won't be able to include you into the raffle. But if you donate on PayPal and you include your address, I can ship you out these rewards for the month. And let's see, today we'll have one more cam church before we do the drawing. And I forgot to mention it's a raffle as well, these donations. So you enter the raffle to win a few different things. So it's definitely worth it to donate this month. And next month I'll be running a sale for my life coaching. So if you're interested in that, that'll be coming up in September. Uni bless, you guys. I had such a good time at Camp Church, and I will see you tomorrow for 7 p.m. where anything is possible. I did just upload a video on how to be a famous, successful artist, and you can check that out as on my YouTube channel. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe. We're doing Operation 10K. We need 10,000 subscribers on this YouTube channel before spring, and your contribution to clicking that subscribe button would mean a lot to me. It's a very real goal that will help me accomplish specific things. So thank you, thank you. Uni bless, uni bless.